Hello, everybody, and welcome to the all-new Sports Visions, the first show of 2016. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you?
What's up, player?
Man, it's good to be back.
Good to be back, man. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you. Same to you. I know you enjoyed the holidays.
Enjoyed it, man. Got fresh legs. Can run a little bit more, man. Hey, I'm ready to get this 2016 thing on the road,
Man,
dude.
I am full of food, family, and fellowship with all of my people, man. I tell you what, this is a great holiday break, and we needed it.
Yeah, it was a great break and really put a lot of emphasis on family and friends and fun.
Absolutely. Coming up in just a little bit, we got a lot to talk about, folks, because we know who's going to be playing in the national championship game. Of course, that's going to be on Monday. And also, we got a local guy. That's a new Bulldog.
That's right, man. It's good, man. That's great, man. That's great news for this area, and this area is continuing to get more and more prosperous, and really, it's a lot of good seeds out here, DJ.
Absolutely. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
We love Legacy Chevrolet Cadillac of Columbus.
And fishing in Eufaula. And hiking in Pine Mountain.
The racetrack in Phoenix City. And all the soldiers at Fort Benning.
And you'll love these great deals. 0% interest for 72 months on all Chevy products. Or receive up to $11,000 in rebates on our 2015 Camaro Z28. And Legacy is offering up to $6,250 in rebates on all Chevy All-Star 1500 trucks. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
Its sleek design is mold breaking. Its intelligent drive systems, paradigm shifting. Its technology-filled cabin, jaw-dropping. Its performance, breathtaking. Its self-braking, show-stopping. The all-new GLC. Mercedes-Benz resets the bar for the luxury SUV, starting at $38,950.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Boy, the national championship game is right here on us, and I remember back in 1980, we had an opportunity to be a part of one of the greatest games in the history. You know, I know how those young men feel.
Oh, it's a big-time game, you know, only game on that day. You know, everybody's watching from the barbershop to the classroom. Everybody wanted to see that game and really couldn't get any better game. A number 1 Clemson against a number 2 Alabama. It should be a great game.
And you know what? Alabama is all over this bowl game. Even though Dabo Swinney and Clemson, the number 1, came in number 1, Dabo Swinney cut his teeth as a player at the University of Alabama and a coach, and had a great start there. And, you know, of course, what he's done at Clemson has just been remarkable. And, of course, the great Nick Saban, what can we say about him? He just continues to mow people down. Come on, 38-0, Michigan State victory over. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, DJ, one thing that we had the pleasure to see was back in July when Nick Saban stepped to the podium. He basically was looking, you know, prophesying to this point right here, making sure that his kids finished and focused, because they lost focus during that month of December last year. But this year you can tell the 38-0 whooping they put on Michigan State, that he had his guys focused. They were focused. Whatever distractions there were the year before, there definitely were no distractions this time.
Two class guys, of course, in Dabo Swinney and, of course, Nick Saban. You know, what can you say? A common denominator with these two teams in this matchup are the defensive lines. I mean, these guys have grown men up front. And,
that's right.
You know, Alabama to the tune of platooning 11 guys. But, you know, Clemson is they're no slouch either.
They're not a slouch either, DJ. I think really Clemson's strong point is definitely their defensive line, and they have some good defensive backs. Their secondary, they run to the football. What they see, they run to. I think it's going to be a very interesting game, but at the same time, Alabama has a dominant defense. Their front seven has been carrying the load. Couple that with the special teams for the punt returns or blocking punts. That's been the combination for Nick Saban this year. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. The only piece of kryptonite that Alabama's got to watch, is by the name of Deshaun Watson.
You're absolutely right. And I was going to say, I tell you what, man, this kid is he's fantastic. And you know what? He got away from Athens. Of course, he's from right there in Gainesville.
Gainesville,
and,
Georgia.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. You know, to think about it. You know, when you think about the Dobbs kid at Tennessee, he's from Alpharetta,
right?
And he got out of state. What's going on up there? I think Kirby's going to straighten it out.
Yeah, Kirby's going to get to the bottom of that. I think we're going to have some dual threat quarterbacks or dual threat potential five-star players coming through Georgia now. Since Mark Richt is gone, I think it's going to be very, very important that Georgia get an athletic quarterback, because you're in the SEC. There's not room for a lot of drop-back passing quarterbacks, and that pro-style quarterback, you got to have a dual threat player.
I certainly hope so. But getting back to the big game, I know that everybody's making plans all across the country. I know we're going to probably have a couple of sets here.
That's right.
But more importantly, this is a game that you can't miss. This is a must-see game, if you will.
This got to be a must-see game. And like I say, you know, when you break it down strategically, I think Clemson at the quarterback position, Deshaun Watson, one thing that makes him dangerous, he touches the ball every play, DJ. I think Clemson's offensive line, it might be strong enough to hold Alabama for a minute, but I think really when you start getting into line play and offensive line play, you start getting into endurance and the physicality of the game. Who has the most win? Who's going to show up in the fourth quarter? I think both lines are really going to come into play in that fourth quarter. I think it's going to be a four-quarter game. And I think really, I'm going to hold my pick to the end of the show.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to hold mine, because I'm going to let you know right now.
Yeah.
I think that, like you said, Deshaun Watson is going to be the secret weapon. However, Ridley's going to have to play a major role, as he has been with Alabama,
That's
of course, making those explosive plays for Jay Coker down the field. And again, on special teams, as you mentioned, you know, the fact that, Alabama has always been excellent in the punt returning game. And again, it's not going to be any different for this game.
That's right. I think really, you know, for as the special teams are concerned, they're going to block a punt. They're going to return a punt return, pick six, some kind of way their defense is going to score. And if they're able to do that and score on defense, it's going to be hard for Clemson to beat them. And on the flip side, with Clemson, if they don't contain Deshaun Watson, DJ, it's going to be trouble for Alabama. And I think their defense is going to play off Deshaun Watson. I think the whole Clemson team played at the tempo that Deshaun Watson and Dabo Swinney want to go.
Absolutely. And again, the setting is out in Arizona, Glendale to be, in fact, it's a beautiful place. And of course, I had the opportunity to go out there several years ago. And again, out there in the middle of the desert, again, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. And also, it could be very warm.
Yes, it could be warm. And, you know, playing the indoor, outdoor, they might detract the roof, or they might close it up. You know, you never know. But at the same time, I don't think weather is going to be a problem. I think condition might be a problem, but, you know, hats off to both Clemson and Alabama for keeping their kids focused during that distressful month of December, because, you know, we talked about it early on in our show, how much going on with these kids in December.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers.
Truth be truth, the will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
A smile is the most admirable thing you can wear. And for anyone age 1 to 101, Cook Dental Care has a smile for you. Dr. Kathy L. Cook offers a wide range of individualized, innovative services, from basic preventative dentistry to specialized care. We provide comprehensive dental care for the entire family, including pediatric. Insurance, financing, walk-ins, and new patients are always welcome. So for your family's dental care, visit Cook Dental Care.
Someone's sandbagging.
I'd be tired too. He paid my claim in 1 day when I got hurt.
1 day? Serious hustle.
Serious duck.
In just 1 day, we process, approve, and pay. 1 day pay, only from Aflac.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Folks, I hope you had an opportunity to get your football junkie on. Of course, we had about 500 bowl games in the last 30 days, but more importantly, I think that this thing has gotten out of hand with these bowl games.
Well, you know, DJ, they have. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of corporate sponsorship opportunities. It's a lot of opportunity for kids to play and get better in schools to make more money. I kind of like it, but to sit home and, you know, and really for me sitting at home and watching and doing things with the family during this holiday, I saw a lot of games, man, and really most of them were good, but you know, like you said, they got to control it because, again, you don't want to distract from those bowls games by being so many because you really want to reward the kid and the school for doing well. So I was always good with the traditional bowls, but now all these other bowls, you know, playing 2 weeks before Christmas, come on, man.
Yeah, that is a bit much. And then the fact of the matter, like you said, you want to reward the teams for a great performance during the season. And when you got teams in the bowl games at, you know, 6-6 or, you know, or whatever the records, I mean, that's not a good look.
Not at all. Not at all.
Tell you what, though, what is a good look is the fact that the SEC did outstanding regardless of all the bowls. I mean, you see, when you just go down the list of teams that played, more were won than were lost. Of course, locally, Alabama, of course, you know what they did, and they're playing in the big show. But Georgia had an opportunity to go down to Florida and come back with a victory. Auburn in the Birmingham Bowl had an opportunity. So, you know, as far as we're concerned, our local teams came out on the winning side.
And it was great for the local teams. And like I said, DJ, you know, it's an early spring practice for some kids. It's an opportunity to see what kind of depth you have. The coaches can get another look at some of these players that they didn't get a chance to look during the season. So it's a lot of rewarding going on, but then at the same time, you know, football is year-round, but at the same time, I just don't want to see the corporate community and the TV markets kind of overflood the bowl games and people just stop watching because there's so many.
Well, one thing that we can say, and I know we're talking against it, but the bottom line is money. And money to the NCAA. Of course, these corporate sponsors, you know, they're the reason why these extra bowl games are being created. They're the reasons why these networks are creating these programming opportunities for these games, because that's more money for the schools.
That's much more money for the schools, but then, you know, you start giving opportunities to the corporate community, which all corporate communities play a big role and part in the NCAA football, you know, from the tax slayer people all the way down to the Buffalo Wild Wing people. If you got some money, you can get you a bowl.
Well, you know what? I was thinking a while back about getting a bowl, but there's so many now. But, you know, our bowl is a little different because we're talking about doing something. We can't. I'm not going to put it out there. But
don't put it out there.
We're not going to put it out because, again, you know, with somebody out there that's hanging on to our every word.
Watch out. That's right.
But anyway, tell you what, we're going to come back with more next on Sports Visions.
Hi, I'm Philip Davitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Want an opportunity to win a new Mercedes and help the Greater Columbus American Heart Association? Just purchase a ticket in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz raffle for a chance to win a C-Class, a GLA, a CLA, or the all-new Mercedes GLC. The raffle will take place January 23rd at 2 p.m. at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus, 7470 Veterans Parkway. 2 cars will be given away. That's right, 2 Mercedes. Tickets can be purchased at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus or by calling 706-256-6100.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check-in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new clients. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast, first-rate amenities, and award-winning service. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn. It's better at the Garden.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. The NFL playoffs are right here in our laps, and I know it seems like just a couple of weeks ago, you know, we were at the start of the season, but here we are now 16, 17 weeks into this thing, getting ready for the wild card weekend.
Wild card weekend player, and, you know, really, one thing about the NFL and college, when the first game starts, I mean, it's like
Come
ball
downhill
coming
fast.
downhill fast. I mean, every week it's a game. Before you know it, you're at the midpoint of the season, then boom, at the end, bam, we're right here at the end, and it's playoff time.
It's playoff time, and I know there's not a whole lot of surprises, and I know what, let's go ahead and get this clear right now. The Atlanta Falcons ended the season on a low, losing to, of course, the New Orleans Saints in the Dome, and of course it was in front of everybody, a really elated crowd who just came out after the upset over the undefeated Charlotte Panthers.
Well, you weren't surprised, were you?
Yes, I was. I was thinking, because obviously I never give up on the Falcons.
No.
I mean, but it just, the mood was set, the dome was packed, and the mood was right, and we laid an egg.
Yeah, we laid an egg, but really, man, the way they lost and the way New Orleans played, like both of them were trying to lose. But same old stuff that we've been talking about the whole year: not scoring in the red zone, turning the ball over in the red zone, key mistakes, can't get off the field on third down. And choosing to defend instead of attack on defense always get the Falcons in trouble.
Well, they're out of the way, so now we got the wild card weekend, but more importantly, what Cam Newton has done with the Carolina Panthers. We've been talking about him for the weeks, but I think it is now officially time to say he is the MVP.
Well, hopefully, I hope he is the MVP. I think he's well deserving of it. The impact that he has on his team, 15-1 record, being the dual threat quarterback that everybody's going to have here in a minute. And I think he really has been the most valuable player around the whole NFL. Tom Brady had a good season. Carson Palmer had a good season. But I think Cam had the most spectacular season.
In the last 9 weeks or so, Russell Wilson out there with Seattle has come on like gangbusters. I mean, he's thrown for some phenomenal amount of touchdowns in a short period of time. However, he's doing it and getting it done without beast mode. And now beast mode is healthy, and they're getting ready to go into the playoffs. And what we're hearing is that beast mode is going to have to make adjustments to fit into this offense now. They're not going to make adjustments for beast mode.
Well, really, I think beast mode has no problem with it, because really I think Seattle is a dangerous team right now, DJ, and you don't want to play them. Everything has been clicking with these guys for the last 8 weeks. Beast Mode's been out. He's going to have fresh legs. But I think really he complements the offense anyway, because he can run the ball. They're going to dump the ball off to him in the flat. But Russell Wilson has basically been having an MVP-type year at the second half of the season. But the Seattle Seahawks are a dangerous team right now, player.
Well, we're just jumping around a little bit, man. The Denver Broncos and what's going on out there. Obviously, Peyton Manning is back, and of course he's worked his way back into the lineup. And the bottom line is, do you think that it's fitting for them to put him back in the lineup as a starter?
Well, I think it's fitting. I don't think anybody would have a problem with it if they put him back in, because that's how you go when you've been out and you're a starter and you're out with injuries. You usually get your position back. But I think with Osweiler, I think they didn't expect him to play as good as he's been playing, and then he is the future of Denver. And then he's a free agent after this year. You got to handle this guy with kid gloves. But I think really, I like how Gary Kubiak did last week. He let Osweiler start, and then he brought Peyton in. I'd rather, you look from baseball terms, you always got to have a good closer player.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Of course, the Arizona Cardinals, up until last week, they were, they were the steamrolling folks in the NFL. However, that's what happens again. Sometimes you run up against a bully, and that bully hits you one punch and knocks you out.
Knocks you out, man. And, I really was surprised at the Arizona Cardinals getting beat as bad as they did by Seattle in a division rivalry game. I was stunned by that, whether they played all their players or they sat back and knowing that they would have a first-round bye. I don't know what the deal was, but I don't think I would let Seattle get on a roll like they were on a roll. And they really, the score really was not indicative of how bad Seattle beat them.
A.J. McCarron over in Cincinnati doing big things. Now, he's been in some big games. A lot of folks shouldn't be shocked that he's performing so well.
No, they shouldn't. Really, he's two-time national champion, playing in big games, several big games at Alabama. He really looked good, and I'm sure all the people that are around in the Alabama area and all the Alabama fans are really elated about how well he's been playing, because he's been playing good, man.
Absolutely. Tell you what, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this.
A smile is the most admirable thing you can wear. And for anyone age 1 to 101, Cook Dental Care has a smile for you. Dr. Kathy L. Cook offers a wide range of individualized, innovative services from basic preventative dentistry to specialized care. We provide comprehensive dental care for the entire family, including pediatric. Insurance, financing, walk-ins, and new patients are always welcome. So for your family's dental care, visit Cook Dental Care.
Hi, I'm Philip Dabbitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Welcome back to Sports Vision. I know it's been football, but yes, they are playing basketball. The NBA is going well, and I know that, boy, I tell you what, in the last couple of months, the Golden State Warriors still have only lost 2 games.
2 games, 31-2, DJ, and I really think they're playing against themselves. I think they're going, nobody's in competition with them, but looking down that Western Conference list, you still see the San Antonio Spurs and the OKC Thunder. I mean, they've got great records too. But 31-2, I think the record, DJ, is 72 wins in a season. I think Golden State's going to eclipse that.
They got a heck of a jump, and I know when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, they've had some injuries. They've been up and down, but at the same time, they're battling right now with Miami for that, that Eastern Conference Southeast Division spot. I mean, they're right behind, almost a half game out of first place.
Just from looking at the conference standing, they're in third place. They're only 3.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think really they're playing good and they're consistent. They went on like a 7 or 8 game winning streak here back in December. Coach Bud got these guys still playing, and like you said, they had a lot of injuries, but I think when they get these guys back healthy again, we'll see how good and where they are in the standings before the All-Star break.
And thank goodness football is coming to an end so that we can go up to Phillips Arena and do our Hawks report, man.
That's right. We got to do that. Can't forget about the Hawks report. I talked to Dominique this weekend, and he was wondering, when y'all coming up. So we're going to be up there, and we'll get our regiment of NBA games, and we're still going to cover everything, and we're not just a football show. We do it all.
Absolutely. And again, while we're talking NBA, the Kobe Bryant farewell tour is going well, even though the Lakers are not playing as well. But you know what? Folks are really standing up, and they're really doing a first-class job of recognizing and honoring Kobe when he's been from all the ceremonies that I've seen so far.
I mean, they've done a great job. The NBA has those visiting teams where Kobe Bryant is going in for the last time. I think really they recognize that he is a big piece of the NBA, and really they just want to give him a real class farewell.
And, of course, when I tell you what, the losers keep losing, the 76ers, man. I tell you what, all that great talent they have. And, Sam Mitchell, they started out pretty good with the Minnesota Timberwolves with all that great talent up there. But these are young teams, and it's going to take some time. Yeah, they're going to have some flashes of brilliance, and they're going to have their nights. But for the most part, these young men are going to have to learn the hard way, and that's losing.
That's right. That's how you learn. You lose, they're losing. But I think really, DJ, you got the All-Star break in February, and then you'll start seeing a difference between teams. You'll start seeing a parity with all these teams because everybody's played enough games. The young kids are getting better and better at each game. They've hit the wall. They're tired. Most of them are right out of college. So this thing is going to even out here in a minute. But, the rich continue to get richer. Golden State's still rolling. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Cleveland Cavaliers can get back like they are.
Let's take a few minutes to talk about some of the top players in the game. And obviously we know that last year's MVP, Steph Curry, he's still been sensational.
That's right.
Hadn't backed off, hadn't slacked off. Matter of fact, he's added a whole nother dimension and a whole nother spirit to the game, if you will, because folks now are not talking about the athleticism of a Michael Jordan or of a Kobe Bryant or even of a LeBron James. They're talking more about Steph because, again, he's a step too slow. He's not that big. And, again, this kid just does it with fundamentals.
But he has a deadly stroke, DJ. And, you can also tell, I think, when you look at the NBA this year and you look at what are the storylines, one of the other big storylines is three-pointers. People are shooting threes at a rate that no one would ever thought they would shoot threes. Steph Curry has already passed Larry Bird in career three-pointers, so that tells you something right there. But the Golden State, the way they play big, they play small ball, they play without a center, and they are deadly. And to have that much athleticism and winning that many games, they still are the story. But don't forget about the San Antonio Spurs and the OKC Thunder. Westbrook is playing out of his mind as usual. So really, we're looking forward to a great NBA All-Star break, DJ. But even better than that, the NBA Finals in June.
All right, we'll take a short break and come back and close this show out.
Truth be truth, the will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stacked deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Vision. I tell you, the NFL wildcard lineup is out there, and go ahead and do the honors.
The AFC will be playing Saturday the wildcard games. You're going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati Bengals, and you will have the Kansas City Chiefs against the Houston Texans. That's on the AFC side. On the NFC side, you got the Green Bay Packers against the Redskins. They'll play on Sunday, and you will have the Minnesota Vikings against the deadly Seattle Seahawks.
Boy, that's a lineup. And then, of course, on Monday night, the national championship game, Alabama and Clemson.
That's going to be a game, man. I'm going with Alabama. Four-quarter game, tight game. I think their defense is going to be a little bit too tough. I think if the referees let them play in passing game, I think Alabama DBs will be able to stop.
I don't normally go against or bet against Nick Saban, but Deshaun Watson, he's the secret weapon. He's the kryptonite if Alabama has one.
Hey, it's gonna be interesting. If Alabama stops Deshaun Watson, then Alabama wins. If they don't stop him, they're gonna have major problems, and probably the insurance bills around here, the light bill, police, bonding companies will light up if Alabama loses.
Absolutely. And again, last but not least, a lot of local high school basketball going on. We're going to be out and beating the streets, and we're going to be bringing you all the reports, of course, now that football is coming to a close. But, of course, boys and girls basketball, don't worry about it. We're going to give it to you.
We're going to give it to you, man. Everything that we do, again, we can do a whole lot more than this football season, but we got to cover the local piece, the girls basketball, the girls sports. I mean, the guys. We have a lot of talent around here, and we wouldn't be on top of our game, DJ, if we didn't cover these kids.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.